So we have got, I don't know why every time I start a video lately, it keeps disrupting the video. I'm very sad about why this is happening. Let's see, are we live again? Okay, here we go, round two. Sorry, you guys. So as I was saying, that it's really cool that these flowers all coordinate together, and then you've got the flowers over here that you can die cut, and those have the embossing that you can use on your paper for a beautiful, like detailed die cut impression. These ovals are fantastic. Now, one oval is just a cut, and the second one has almost like some little tick marks in it to give you a detailed oval for that. So you've got the little inserts of your flowers that you can also do the little details on those as well. And you've got some leaves in here. So that is fantastic. Plus, there is these label ephemera packs that you have here that is with the gold. So you've got some great shapes with that. There is the pressed flowers embossing folder. Let's open this up really quick to give you a better look at this. So this has got a great little floral image on here. And this is a regular embossing folder. This is not a 3D embossing folder. So you've got this really cool image here. I like when it's only partial on the embossing folder, because then you've got this space up here where you can stamp a sentiment once you do your embossed image. Then we've got the strawberry slush and pretty in pink gems here. And then let me show you the paper for this one. So you will get two each of these. I just want to share with you each one of these. So you got the one that I showed you on the card that I created with kind of that sunflower look. I like that these run vertical on the page so you can cut them for an orientation for your card. Look at the green and the yellow in that one. Look at this like rainbow effect on that paper. Then you've got more of the dainty little flowers here. And then look at these colors. You've got our new color that is the cloud cover. And it looks like there possibly could be some of the secret sea in the darker part here. And then you've got some of the more pinks in there with that strawberry slush, maybe the fresh freesia. Very, very beautiful. Let's flip this over and show you the back sides of this. The backs are more of a, just a pattern, that a continuous pattern on them. But as you can see, it comes in a lot of those matching colors as well. So that is one of the suites that is inside of our online exclusives. You will get 2 sheets of each of those when you purchase that paper pack, just so you're aware. And then here are, I don't have the cloud cover stamp pad because unfortunately it didn't do the Stampin' Up like ink test. So they have had to go back to the drawing board, and it is not going to be available to purchase for customers, just to let you guys know. So we are going to be sticking with our 4 colors this next 2 years, and we'll just kind of play around with those. But you will be able to order your Stampin' Blends. The Stampin' Rights come in the cloud cover. So just so you know, there's paper available in that color and the ribbon. It's just going to be the stamp pad. Oh, the rain is coming again. Yay. But I can hear the wind with that. Okay, here is another set that is in our online exclusives as well. This is called the Sunrise Sailing. Very, very cool. I love this boat here. You've got this neat little, almost like a watercolor marker that you could do on the sails of this boat, some water here, another water, and then you've got the bottom mast of the boat and some very fun sentiments in here. You've got congratulations, happy retirement, best wishes. So it's just a very, very beautiful nautical set. Sorry that my light is beaming right on that. That's probably not the best way to see that stamp set. So there is that stamp. Then we've got the matching coordinating dies that go with this. You've got the some clouds here, and then a buildable boat that you can create from this along with your sails. And then we have our hybrid. So in other words, these coordinate together where you can lay this die inside your embossing folder and cut those together to create an embossed die cut image. So really, really cool. Again, that is called Sunrise Sailing. And then we have this one here. I haven't even opened this die up yet, or this punch, but we've got the Sweet Jar Builder Punch along with the Sweet Jar stamp set. Oh, I forgot to tell you that the Sunrise Sailing is photopolymer. So that's fabulous that you can stamp on top of it and be able to see through where you're going to be stamping. The Sweet Jar is very, very cool because, again, this is a builder punch. So when you stamp it, you can then punch it to give yourself this cute little jar. I love when they do the two-step stamping. So you've got the solid image here, but then all of your hearts, your little jelly beans, along with the little dots here to do on your jelly beans, and your 4-leaf clovers all coordinate with this one solid stamp. So that's pretty cool. You've got happy birthday, sweetness, party, love, sending a little. So very, very cool. You've got some candles here that you could do this for like a little birthday party in your jar. So very, very cool with that one. Then there is the popping by. This comes in a bundle or you can buy it individually. So you've got the little coordinating dies that go along with the little popcorn bucket here and the popcorn. You've got, these also have that detailed little, almost like the embossed little image inside of your popcorn. Some cute little images of the popcorn here, popping by to say hello. No one's butter than you. You've got the little glasses here and a little movie film reel that you could do multiple times to give yourself that little reel look in there. I thought this would be really fun. My husband and my son are both movie buffs, and I thought this would be a fantastic set to make a couple of cards for them and then add in a little movie gift card as well. So that might be kind of fun to do for them. Then we've got, these were just a standalone, but I thought they were so neat. These are called the holographic resin dots. They have that holographic along with the iridescent look to them. So it's really kind of cool to add to any color of a card, and it will kind of just emphasize that color even more. Okay, so now moving on, I will show you some of the products and some of the paper from the catalog that I can share with you guys. So let me show you guys a couple of the standalone papers. So this paper here is, well, actually this comes with a stamp set as well, but we were able to pre-order the paper. This is called Beautiful Gallery Designer Series paper. So I've already taken each one of these out. These are beautiful scenery, almost very realistic looking papers. So you've got that one with the backside. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Love the colors in this paper. Oh, that is gorgeous. Look at those colors together. Again, that's that the new Secret Sky and the cloud cover. This is fabulous for that new sailboat. I think that would be really pretty on there. And then of course, that is so my scene right there. And then let's do the flip side. Since you are already kind of got a little view of that, I'm just going to kind of do a little spread so you can kind of see all of that. So very, very pretty paper. Kind of an antique look of the colors. Then we have our Flower Garden foils. Now this, I believe, is in online exclusives. I should have showed this when I was showing all the online exclusive stuff, but I forgot that I had extra paper sitting over here. So you've got different textures. This one has a very like dainty little florally print to it. Now these are only one-sided because they are foil. Then you've got one that has almost like an abstract print to it. Then you've got the florals with that, the abstract, and then this one here. And so you get one sheet each of the 3 colors. And so these colors are, let me tell you, we've got Cloud Cover, which was the first one. This is Cloud Cover here. We've got Pretty in Pink, and then Strawberry Slush. So gorgeous foil paper that is already texturized for you. Then we have got, I'm just going to show you this paper first, but this goes with the full suite collection as well. This is called the Florals in Bloom. So again, I'm going to show you all 6 of these. I'm going to show you the floral sides first. This one's probably my favorite. I did use some of this when we did mystery stamping for the month of April. Oh, love that one too. And then you've got the big flowers here. And then when you flip it over, you've got more of those patterns on the back side. So there is that. And then now I will show you the coordinating stamps and dies and the embellishments. So it comes in all of our 2025, 2027 in colors. Yep. Then we've got, now this is a big die set here. So you've got, I mean, a big suite collection here. You've got the paper, you've got the embellishments, and then you've got 2 bundles that come with this full suite collection. So you've got your little flowers here, and you've got the stamped images, plus you have some words that actually have the words to be able to be die cut for you. So these are my favorite. I love when our words can be fully cut out individually. I think it makes such a beautiful card and idea to go on cards. So there are both of those. You've got the Pretty Florals and the Sweet Blooms, along with the Pretty Florals dies and the Sweet Blooms dies. Okay, so there is that, along with that paper that I shared with you. Just making sure that I show everything. Also, another thing that I want to talk to you guys about that's coming up tomorrow, we do have our 2 new kits that are going to be released in our online exclusives as well. Plus, if you guys have your wish lists ready and you have over $165 in product already put on your wish list, but you would love to save money, I have an amazing, still Stampin' Up! Has really kind of outdone themselves. This is one of the biggest starter kits they've done by far. This starter kit here is, now I will let you know about a starter kit. It is the best way to get started with your Stampin' Up! Products, especially if you're new to Stampin' Up! This is where our starter kit, this special runs from May 6th, starting tomorrow, through the 31st. Just so you're aware of the dates, so you don't let this slip by you and you miss out on that. You will get to pick $165 worth of product, so probably half of your wish list right there already, and you will only pay $99. It is free shipping. So it is the best by far way to go to get your hands on new product. Now that does include our new online exclusives. Anything in the online store that you can find, anything from the Last Chance. It's kind of our clearance rack. You can go in there and add things to it. Anything from the new catalog, you can add into your starter kit. So not only do you get to have all those fabulous products, but they're going to send you a pack of catalogs that you can share with your family and friends. You're going to get a free paper pumpkin in there as well, so you can kind of check out and see what Paper Pumpkin's all about. If you don't know what a paper pumpkin is, you will be receiving one. Also, inside of that, you're going to get to now be able to order the pre-order products like we do as demonstrators, because now you're going to be a demonstrator. A lot of the time we call ourselves discount shoppers, because we also are going to get a discount then on forward every time you place an order. So it is a fabulous, fabulous way to get your Stampin' Up! Products. And as we all know, products are not getting cheaper, so you might as well get a discount on the things that you're already buying. So the way this works is you will go to shopdannygarola.com. Once you're in my online store, you're going to see some tabs across the top. Go over to the join. Now, again, this doesn't start until tomorrow. So you're going to hit that join button tomorrow, and then it's going to give you all the details about that. If you want to read more about that now, or when this video is done, you can actually go right over to my blog, which is www.pinkbarnstamper.com. I do have a blog post in there talking about the fantabulous things that you can have when you're a discount shopper. So you can go read about that now and join tomorrow. All right. And as you guys are well aware, this fabulous catalog takes place and goes live to everyone tomorrow. If you do not have one of these catalogs and you would love to have this hard copy, yes, you can see it online, but I'm going to tell you there's nothing like having a hard copy, being able to mark the things off that you already have, or that are, you know, those things that are on your wish list that you would like to have, but you know you can wait for. Having a hard copy catalog is the way to have it. So if you would like that, there is in the description of this video down below, you will find a link that you can then request a catalog from me, and I will get that in the mail to you. Hello, Kay. Hello, Kimberly. Sorry, you guys, that I lost you in the first video. I do not know what is going on. Why, when I start my first video, it will only let me run for a certain amount of time, and then it kicks me off. My screen goes blank, and then I have to start up again. And then the second one seems to be okay. I don't know why it's happening, but yeah, technology, fabulous. Okay, so for the month of, since this is the first time me seeing you guys in May, today is May 5th. We are here for our Make It Monday crafting class. I want to let you guys know that the customer for the month of April, I drew from all of my customers, and I have picked out the Dainty Delight stamp set. Now, this is a brand new stamp set that it hasn't been inked, it hasn't been played with or anything. This is called Dainty Delights. This is a red rubber stamp set, and then I am doing the Neutrals adhesive back sequence along with this. This is going to go to Miss Bonnie Bletchell. Bonnie, this is coming your way. Thank you so much for shopping into my online store. So just to let everybody know that when you shop with me at the end of the month, when the month is over, I do put all of my customers into a random generator that I use through my computer. It's called Wheel of Names. I put everybody's name in there and I let it generate, and it draws a winner out of all of my customers. And so you have the opportunity to win even more fabulous stamping products when you shop with me. Okay, so now let's get into today's cards. As I was telling you guys, I am going to be using one of our new online products that is coming out tomorrow. This is called Hugs and Heals. I saw that, or Hugs and Healing. I saw this and I just fell in love with it. I thought right now with people being a little bit under the weather because of the weather changing and because it going into spring and sometimes there's allergies and all the things that are going on. This was so cute. You've got these two little dogs. One is laying with his little cat partner under a really cute little quilt. Then you've got the dog with the little thermometer and his little water bag on his head because he's probably got a throbbing headache because he doesn't feel well. And then we've got the cute little kitty cat where his hand or his little paw is in a sling, like he broke his little paw. And then some really fun little words in here. Sending healing hugs to you. You're not alone. Hope you're feeling better soon. I'm sorry you're feeling rough. Isn't that so cute? And then you've got these two little dog paws up here that you can make really fun little background or just add that to the inside of a card next to your sentiment. So it's just really cute. Hello, Linda. Sorry, you guys, that I lost you. Welcome back, though. And then I'm going to be using as well the Stylish Shapes dies. So just know that you guys all know that I use these things like crazy. My Stylish Shapes dies are probably one of my most used dies. These are carrying over into that new catalog. So I saw that and I was like, hoop, hoop, hooray. It's definitely my year when they carry something over that I love so much because that doesn't always happen. Okay, so for this week, this is going to be my Make It Monday free weekly stamping class. Again, that is when you go in to my online store and you spend $35 or more, I will send you all the card stock, any ribbon that I use on any of the cards that I'm creating with you guys today. You will receive them just like this in a little clear cello bag. You're going to have each individual card in the envelopes. I'm also going to be putting in the PDFs. I put those in with each card. So you will get a PDF, so you will be able to create these, and you will know that you can always come back and watch this replay video. I am going to try to put the first video and the second video together and put it back up on YouTube because again, I don't know why. It happened to me last week as well when I went to do my video. It only let me do a short period of the first one, then kicked me off, and then I had to come back in. Well, it's really hard for you guys to have to try to come in and make sure you're finding both the videos that coordinate together. So for that, I will try to edit and put these together. Now, I am not the most tech savvy person, so I will inform you of that right away. So things may not go as planned. So you may have to watch these separately. But luckily, those of you guys who place an order, you'll only have to watch this second video because that will be the card making part of it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with this cute, cute card class. So for my first card, let me pull out all the stuff that I need here. I actually already put my dies in here, so I knew what I was going to be using for this. And then this will be my inside piece, and then I'm going to set my envelope off to the side. Okay, so for my first card, I am going to be using the Pretty Peacock. Now, this card base is 8.5 by 5.5, or 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So I'm just going to fold that down and use my bone folder to go ahead and crease that. Now, this is going to be a landscape card. I then brought in a scrap of Pool Party. And I also have a piece of, this is actually already been retired. Well, it'll be retired as of today. But this is called the Floral Delight 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. I love this yellow little gingham So this is going to go right on the front of our card here. And then I have just a little white piece for my sentiment. And then I brought in that same coordinating paper that I'll do on the inside when we go to do our inside piece. But at first, what I want to do, and then I'm also going to be using the Baker's Twine Essential Pack. I'm going to just use the white for this card. And again, these two dies came from that Stylish Shapes dies. Now, the way it works when you place an order with me of $35 or more, I will send you this kit. I also include those die cut pieces that are extra from the stamp set that I am featuring. So in order to make these cards exactly like I'm sharing with you guys tonight, you will have to purchase the Hugs and Healing, because Stampin' Up! Does not let me send any stamped images to you. So in order to make them exactly like mine, you're going to have this stamp set. So I'm going to take these two in my pool party, and I'm going to die cut those with my Stampin' and Cut machine here. So let me go ahead and do that. I still am not comfortable with picking up this big, huge machine yet. I probably could do it, but I just don't want to hurt myself. I don't want to throw myself back in recovery by picking things that are too heavy up for me. So I'm really kind of taking it easy on my body. Okay. So let's grab, what I'm going to use is I'm going to grab these two little paw prints right here. And I'm going to grab the larger of the banners. And let me grab my, just a scrap piece of paper here, because we're going to do the stamping on this. So let me grab those little dog print, paw prints, and then I'm just going to use my Memento Black, and I'm just going to kind of randomly stamp the little paws around. Going off a little bit in different directions. Okay, let's turn this one going down right there. Perfect. Okay, that's what I want for that. So those are those. And then on my little white piece, I'm going to use the stamp set, or the sentiment that says, "You're not alone." And I'm also going to stamp that in Memento. And I'm going to stamp it probably about right there. I think I'm going to cut this down now that I look at it. That sentiment's awfully little on that piece. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my trimmer and cut this down just a bit. So let's cut it right there. And then I'm just going to cut some of that off there. Okay, that's better. All right. So let's go ahead and get all of our little pieces set aside there. I am going to place this right on my card front like so. So I'm just going to glue that down with my multi-purpose glue. Look at the back side of that paper. Isn't that pretty? I just love the yellow with this pretty peacock. I think those are so pretty together, and they really contrast together and make that pop. Okay, there's that. So now what I'm going to do with this little, or the bigger of the two banners, is I'm going to grab my ribbon, and I'm going to use the white ribbon. And I'm just going to wrap this through the two flagged ends here. Pull that through a little bit, give myself some leeway. Just tie a bow down here towards this end. Can you guys hear the crazy rain outside? That's what I love about this barn with this tin roof on it. You can really hear that rain. It's probably annoying to you guys to have to hear it, but oh, I love that sound. Okay, then I'm just gonna cut the end of that off like so. Make sure that's down there in the end. Then I'm going to take this smaller one and I'm going to add this right like so. But I'm going to adhere that right in the center. My little white piece here. Like that. And then let's grab some of our mini, maybe out of all of these, there it is. And I'm going to do one in the middle. Okay, and I'm going to take that, I'm going to line it up right next to that bow. And then push that down right in the center. So then that's going to hold my ribbon in place as well, because I made sure my dimensionals were right in the center. So when I push that, it's going to hold that ribbon in place also. So there is that. Now that is going to go on here. I also need to grab myself, I don't know why I didn't grab my little white piece. Jeez Louise. I do need a little white square here that I'm going to do my dog on. So I am just going to cut a scrap of my basic white and we are going to stamp him. Now I decided to use the cute little dog with the cat and his little blanket. Again, using Memento ink because I am going to use my Stampin' Blends. So make sure I get him nice and inky. Stamp him like so. Then we're going to color this sweet little dog in. So I am going to show you all the colors that I have chose for this. So I am bringing in Pretty Peacock. I am using the, this is Lemon Lolly. We have Pool Party. I also need my Daffodil Delight. And also for my dog, I'm going to be using Pecan Pie. And then my little cat is going to be in the Gray Granite. And then I have this is the Bronze and Ivory pack. I'm just going to be using the Ivory. And then I brought in my color lifter. So I can lift some of the color from this cute little dog and cat to give them some better shadowing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my light Pecan Pie and I'm just going to cover all my little dog here, making sure that I don't get this on my cat because my cat is going to be gray. So I'm just going to come in here and color him. Okay. Oh, I did forget that I do need the light basic black in that. I'm then going to grab the dark pecan pie and just come in here and add some of those darker shadowing to the parts of the dog that I would think would be a little bit darker, like so on the bottom of his paws, the bottom of his ears. I'm going to do around his muzzle here a little bit and down where his ear would flap against his face. And I'm going to call that good there. Come back in and just blend this with that light. Okay, and let that dry. I'm going to use the, this is the ivory. I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to do his mouth part, not his nose. And then using that light black, I'm going to color his nose in. Just like so. Hello, Amy. Okay. And then I'm going to use that color lifter, and I just want to come kind of between his eyes and just kind of shift some of that color a little bit, just to give it kind of more of that realistic look to him. Yep, that's what I want. And then our little cat, I'm going to come in with the gray granite. I'm going to use the light gray granite first, just to get my cat some ink on this little cutie. I am going to grab my light, where's it at? My light Pretty in Pink. And I'm just gonna put a little dot in her nose. There we go, that's cute. And then we are going to take the dark gray granite and just come in here and add a little bit of the shadowing to our kitty cat. Like so. And then to blend that out together, we'll just use some of our light again. There we go. All right, now, oops, did you guys see what I did? Were you guys yelling at me like, don't forget the other paw? Yep, I forgot the other dog paw here. He would have had a white foot, which he could have a white foot, that's okay, but we need to add some color to that. And let's do some dark towards where the blanket is and then up around his foot there. There we go, that looks better. Do you need me to zoom you guys in a little bit more so you can actually see what I'm doing? Okay, so now, yell at me if I move my paper down and I try to go outside a frame because I've been known to do that. All right, now we're going to color a cute little blanket here, this little quilt. So I'm going to take the dark, this is Pretty Peacock, and I'm just going to come through some of these and I'm just going to do the top portions of my little triangles on this. And then I will blend it in with my light. So like so. Am I still in frame for you guys? Okay, that's good. And then I'm going to take the light and I'm just going to blend that together. Okay, just like that. For the pretty peacock, then I'm going to come in with Pool Party and do the same thing. Grab the dark. Okay, let's do this one down here and do this little square here. Okay, then we're going to take the light and again fill that in. I think I'm going to do that one and this one up here. Okay. Now using the Daffodil Delight, come in with the dark daffodil. And I'm just going to come in with some of these, not all. Okay, there's that. Okay, let's bring in the last one. Now this is the Lemon Lolly, or is it Lemon Lolly? Yep. So Lemon Lolly is a much lighter yellow than the daffodil. Okay, like so. And then I'm going to come back in with my light peacock. And I'm just going to come in here and do that edging of the blanket. Just like so. Then grabbing my snips that I have my little marker chain here, so I make sure that I don't grab. I have one that I keep with the cover on it. This is only for my ribbon, anything like that, my twine, so I don't ruin the sharpness on those. And then I use this second pair that I have this little chain on here, and it is specifically for fussy cutting and cutting paper. So now, since this does not have a coordinating die, I'm just going to come through here and I'm just going to fussy cut these cuties. Okay, just like that. All right, and now what I'm going to do is I am going to pop this dog up, sitting right on the top of that, like so. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere my little banner down. Just like so. Give that a good push to make sure that it holds that ribbon down in place. Okay, and then I am going to pop up my cute little dog over the top of that, like they're just sleeping right on the top. So grabbing some of the bigger place that just like so. That looks a little off. I think that looks off center. Let's see if I can get this up without tearing up too many things. There we go, that looks better. That looks more centered. Now we can pop our dog back up on there. Just like so. That's much better. That looks so much more centered. Okay, there's that. So let's do the inside of our card. So grabbing my inside piece. Now, oops, I didn't tell you guys the dimensions of that little yellow paper. Man, I'm losing my mind. So that is 4 3/4 by 3.5. So I am, for the inside of my card, I'm going to leave the bigger space around it, but this is 3 3/4 by 5. And grabbing that little yellow gingham there. I'm going to adhere that right across the bottom. Okay, just like so. Okay, and then that can go right in the inside of our card. We did say you're not alone on the outside, so we can say sending healing hugs to you. That's kind of cute. I think we should use that. I'm going to do that in Memento. I'm going to stamp that right in the center there. We could do a couple of these little dog paws coming up the side of this. That's kind of cute. Incorporate that in the inside. Alrighty, there is our sweet little card. Now let's see if we've got any little embellishments that we could put on here. I've got these little pool party ones right here. So I was trying to see if I had any pretty peacock ones. There's those yellow ones. Those would be kind of neat, but I think they would blend in too much with that paper. There's these pretty peacocks. Why don't we use those? So these are already retired. These are called the Blooming Pearls. I'm pretty sure. Let me check and make sure. They might be on our last chance, but let me check to make sure you guys could possibly still order these, but I don't think so. Ooh, they are on the last chance. You can still get these. These are still available. These are $6.40 right now, you guys. And it comes in, as you can see, I've already used all the gold ones that were in here. But it has this, I'm assuming that's got to be pretty peacock. You've got the green, granny apple green. And then, let me see if it tells me the colors over here. It says garden green. This is garden green, pretty peacock, gold, and petal pink. Those are the 4 colors that come in this Blooming Pearls. Again, these are on sale for $6.40, normally $8. So that's pretty cool. Glad to see that those are still available. Okay, so let's grab some of these. We're gonna grab that one and a big one, put that up there. And let's do one more small one, right? We'll do it right down there. There we go. Isn't that cute? So just a little lift me up, let somebody know that you're thinking of them when they're not feeling too well. Lift their spirits a little bit. So there is card number 1 of our Hugs and Healing. Okay, so now let's get everything out for card number 2. So card number 2, let's get all these little backings out of the way. I was playing, so I've got some papers that I've already played with and others that I haven't. To make sure I get everything out of there. Okay. So what we're going to need is we need our, I need to take a drink of water actually first. Oh, I've been dealing with heartburn lately. Oh, thank goodness I brought my water out here. So I have a piece of thick basic white. Come on, thing. And this is 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. That is my card base. My next piece that I have here, this is 4 by 5 1/4. This is from that paper that I showed you. This is the, let me make sure I tell you the right one. This is actually the Florals in Bloom. It's this paper right here. This is what the back side looks like. Pretty little flowers. So I'm going to use this side. Okay, like so. And we're just going to go ahead and adhere that straight down. Let me get my glue booger off there. Oh, it's going to be rough when I go to leave the barn because it has been a steady rain. I only have my slippers on. I didn't wear solid bottom shoes. I'm going to have to call my son and have him bring me out some shoes. Have to rescue his old mom. Okay, there is our card base. We're going to set that aside. We now need our sweet little cat here. And I'm going to use Stays On ink. I'm also bringing in 2 of our new in colors. This is Timid Tiger and this is Darling Duckling. Now these both measure 2 by 2 1/2 in these. And I'm going to show you 2 different ways you can achieve the look that I'm going to use in this card. So I'm going to use my white pigment ink and my, oh, where did I put it? Oh, there it is. And then you can also, if you don't have that, you can use your Stampin' chalk marker. That will work as well. So using my StazOn ink, I'm going to take my little kitty cat with his arm in the sling, his or her arm in the sling, and I'm just going to stamp this right in the center of that. I love the smell of StazOn. I could keep my StazOn pad open all day long, just smelling that fabulous almond scent. I think it's almond. I'm not sure what the scent is, but man, it smells good. Not that I want to be huffing ink, but hey. Okay, so there are both of my little focal parts that I'm going to use. So I'm going to do one in the chalk marker to show you how you can do this. So I'm just going to come in here and I'm just going to use this to just color the sling. And I'm coloring right on the cardstock. You can do this with any color. Okay, just like that. Okay, there's one. And then I'm going to show you the other way of doing this. So once you add your ink to your pad, because this is going to come with no ink in it, you're going to get the little re-inker of your white pigment ink. You're going to, well, I didn't even squeeze it, but you're going to squeeze your ink pad, get some ink on there. Now it's on there, I promise you. I know it's really hard for you guys to see because it's hard for me to see. But I'm going to take my, you could either use your water painter or you could take your blender pen. I'm going to actually use the blender pen. I do want to take some paper and make sure I have no ink on the end of my blender here. And then I'm going to come in here, grab some of that ink, and then come in here and add the white that way. I should probably zoom you guys in again because I'm pretty sure it's not easy for you guys to see what I'm doing. Let me zoom you in a little bit. Just picking up some of that ink and just putting it on there. If you have your white re-inker, I'm going to show you another way that I just thought about. Let me see if I can find my white inker. Okay, here it is right here. So you could also use your re-inker. If you don't want to squeeze the heck out of that, you can just push some of this on to the inside of your stamp pad and then grab it that way if you wish. That's a little bit more intense. And then do the other side of the sling. But before I finish that, I want to show you that you could do it with your water painters as well. You can come in here, mix a little bit of water with it, not a lot because you don't want to saturate your cardstock, but you can do it with the water as well, like so. And then grab just a little tissue because I kind of squeezed that a little too heavily, just to kind of dab some of that water off. There we go. Okay, so you have 3 different options of laying that white down onto your cardstock. So again, you could do it with the water painter, you can do it with your chalk marker, you can do it with your blender pen, but you're going to need some of your white crafting ink. And again, you could do it right with your pad if you have that pad available, or just squirt some of that ink out and do it that way. That you're going to get a little bit more intense look on there. Okay, so let me move those out of the way. And then we're going to go ahead and put this card together. So that looks okay right there. So now what we need to do is I decided that I was going to put these kind of like that. And then I need just a little small scrap of black. And this is where I'm going to need my Versamark ink. And I'm going to use white powder, embossing powder. And I think I'm going to use the sentiment. Let's see here. What do we want to use? Since we have a little kitty cat, I'm not going to say, I'm sorry you're feeling rough, but let's do sending healing hugs. So I think I already have that right here. So let me go ahead and clean that off, because I don't want any of that black ink transferring to my Versamark pad. Sending healing hugs. I'm just going to do this right in the center of this black piece, like so. Then coming in with my white embossing powder, just going to run that right in there. Grab that powder on that, tap that off. I'm going to cover this back up so I don't heat any of that extra powder up. And then grabbing my heat tool, I'm going to go ahead and heat set that. Just like that. Now, if you wanted to, you could use another one of your little banners in here. You've got that one right there. I'm not going to use the banner. I'm just going to use just my paper so I can show you guys how simple this is, that you don't have to have all the things to create cute cards. So what I'm going to do is to just add a little bit of kind of a different look to that. I'm just going to make a little slant on the end and then cut this side straight. And then that is going to sit right like so, but I have a little bit too much black space over here, so I want to cut some of that off so it's kind of matchy. So what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to pop these up with dimensionals. Now I think I have, see, there's some black dimensionals for that, but for now we're going to worry about getting these little ones popped up. So I'm going to take it just like that. I'm going to put that one right there. And so knowing that that's going to lay flush with that, I'm not going to put one on this corner over here, but I will on the other three. I could do a little dot of glue on there if it's needed, but it's not really going to go anywhere. Okay, I'm going to put the little yellow one right there. Get that in place. My little sentiment, I'm going to go ahead and cut some of these. I'm using the black dimensionals. Oops, I put it on the wrong side. Needs to go on the slanted side because that's already going to be popped up going on this side. So I'm just going to put, again, just a little dot of glue over there because it just needs to stick to that cardstock. And that's just going to sit right like so. Okay, just like that. Then we can come in the inside and we can actually take, let's see what sentiment we want to do. Hope you're feeling better soon. I like that one. But I thought I had, oh, there it is. I was going to say, I could have swore I had a little strip of that paper. I'm going to put that down on the bottom of my card here. Just like so. Taking my black ink, I'm going to say, hope you feel better soon. And I'm going to stamp that right in the center. I love the colors in this DSP. Yes, I agree, Kimberly. It is beautiful. Okay. And then I am also, I'm going to do it again, you guys. I'm going to put the paw prints in there. I'm going to do one there. I think I just want the one. Maybe I'll do one down here. Yep, that's good. Just to, again, kind of just incorporate those little paw prints. And there is that one. Let me see. I did just have those holographic. Where did I put them? Let's see if I can find those. Here they are. Would those look good on there? No, I don't think I like those. But hold on a minute. I think I do have. Oops, that's not them. I just had the. Did I put them back over here? It wouldn't surprise me if I put them away. The new in color dots. Ugh. Well, I showed them to you guys. I know I have them right here handy somewhere in this stack. Oh my goodness. Come on now. Where did I put them? Where did I put them? Oh, there they are. Of course, they're underneath all the layers of the paper. I think I'm going to go with both of the Timid Tiger and the Darling Duckling, since that is the colors that we're using on this card. If I could get this open. See, there's a better look at those. They're so shiny. Okay, we're going to come in with, we're going to do Timid Tiger down there. We're going to do a Darling Duckling. Let's grab a big one. Let's do that up there. A big one of these. And then let's offset it with a pink. Let's put the pink one right there. Oh, beautiful. Gorgeous. Love it. Aren't those so cute? And it's just another technique that you can say, hey, that's kind of cool. I can do that. It looks really good. I was actually thinking that sailboat, it would look really good to do something like that with the sail. If you were to do it on our new, what is our new color? Secret Sea, and do the white on it. Secret Sea might be a little bit too dark, but you could do cloud cover. We also have our Misty Moonlight. Any of those blue colors, that is that nautical. It looks good on red to do the white ink on that as well, to kind of, it almost looks like you're pulling color off of it, but you're not. You're adding like a chalk look to it. So it's kind of cool to try those different things on different colors of cardstock. It's kind of a cool idea. So there is our card number 2. Cute little kitty cats. All right, card number 3. Let me move all my stuff out of the way here. We don't need Versamark out at the moment. So let me get the stuff for card number 3. All right, here we go. So card number 3, we have a 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 5.5 and scored at 2 1/8. So we're going to go ahead and crease our 5.5. I mean 4 1/4. Sorry, 4 1/4 and 2 1/8. Sorry. So again, that is 8.5. You're going to score at 4 1/4, and you're going to score at 2 1/8. We're going to take the 2 1/8 and we're going to fold it back on itself. So this is kind of a neat little like Z fold, fun fold card. We are then going to be using a piece of basic white. Now this is going to go right on our little inside here, and I believe that is 2 by 5 3/8. We're going to do some stamping on this piece. This piece, we're going to take the little paw prints and we're just going to go all over, rando stamp. Now this is a smaller stamp, so you are going to have to do this quite a bit, but it's cute once you get it done. Turn it around, move it around. Just keep stamping, just keep stamping. I mean, that's swimming. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. But stamping is more fitting. Just keep stamping. Let's see here. Making sure you guys can still see me. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Yep, that looks good right there. So we pretty much just made our own designer series paper. Geez Louise, words are hard. So that's going to go right on that piece that we just created. It's going to go on that front flap. The rain must be warping my brain. Gotta blame it on something, right? Can't just blame it on that I'm having trouble with words. Okay, that's gonna go right like so. Then what we need is we need a scrap of real red, just like our card base. We're gonna take this and we're gonna set that aside. Then we need a piece of white. Now this is 2.5 by 3 5/8. This piece here is 2 5/8 by 3 3/4. Okay, so this is just going to be 1/8 of an inch bigger than the white. Okay, and what we're going to do with this is I'm going to set my card aside. I'm going to grab the cute little dog that has his little thermometer in his mouth and his little heat bag on his head, or maybe it's an ice pack, whatever he wishes to be on his head since he's feeling kind of cruddy. We're going to grab Memento because we are going to color him up with our Stampin' Blends. Okay, let's go about right there. Gives us a little bit of space below and above. There we go. Okay, let's cover that back up. Now let's grab the colors that we're going to need for this. We are going to use we need, what was this? Light black. I am using Real Red and the Smoky Slate. And then I also need the Pecan again for our dog, and I need the Ivory again for the dog. And I think that was what I needed. Yep. All right. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to use an azure because I do want the blue. So I'm just going to use the light azure. And that I'm just actually going to be adding to this bag. I remember my grandma had one of these ice packs or bladder bags or whatever the heck you want to call them. And it was blue. And so that's why I'm going to do this one blue. And then, so I use the light, and then I'm just going to come in with some of the dark to just darken up that bottom part. So that is Azure Afternoon. Then I'm going to come in and do our little dog. I'm going to grab the Ivory and again do his little mouth muzzle part in that. And just right here in his little chest, I'm just going to do his little chesticle. Like he's got a little light color spot on his chest. Then I'm going to do all of him in light pecan. And let's get his other ear here. Like so. And then I'm going to come down his chest, leaving that center part where he's just got his light little spot on his chest. Okay, like that. Oops, don't forget his paws. He's got feet. And then let's get his tail. Okay, like that. Now let's bring in the dark. Give him some little color to his ear here. And then, of course, darker up here where that bag is sitting. Give him some shadowing. And then around his neck. And like his ear over here. And right underneath that collar, there's some shadowing going on. And where that blanket sits. And then, of course, his feet. And let's do his tail. Like that. Now let's blend that together. Okay, that looks good. Then we are going to take the light black. Is that what this is? Yep. And we're going to do his nose. He's got a dry black nose. He don't feel good. Then, oops, let's do the little bag. We are definitely going to take, we're going to take the light real red, and we're going to do just the little tip of that thermometer because he's warm. He's got a little temp going on there. We're going to take the dark real red, and I'm going to go ahead and do the, like the outside of the blanket, the ribbing, or whatever you call that. Okay, let's do it down here. Okay, there's that. So now what do we need to do? We need to come in here, and I'm going to do the dark using the dark real red. I'm going to come in here and do some of these quilted little patches. Okay, we're going to get this one right back here and up here. Okay, and then now we got to get over here on this side. Don't forget the other side of the blanket. Okay, I think that's good. Then we are going to, using the, what did I get here? Light and dark. Smoky, what did I say? Smoky slate. Using the dark. Okay, let's bring in the light real red and blend these red little patches. Okay, let's do the gray, the light gray now. All right, now we got to figure out what color we're going to do his cute little collar here. I think I'm going to do, what color should he have? Something that's going to, I think I might, maybe we'll just go with yellow. I think yellow might look good on his thing there. So I'm going to come in with the dark daffodil, and just do his little badge like that. And then I'm just going to leave the collar white because he's so dark. If I do something dark, it's just, you're not going to really see it. So that is going to stay like so. Okay, and then I'm going to take this red piece here, and let me pull back out a little bit, and using, I think I might use the larger of those two banners, because I think this one might just be, yeah, that's going to be too small. I'm going to cut this out using that red scrap. Okay. Oh, I do need that Versamark. Okay, now we are going to come in, and this is where I'm going to use that stamp that says, "I'm sorry you're having a rough day," because that really goes well with this cute little guy that has his little sicky look on his face. Okay. And I'm just going to do that right in the center here. Coming in with the white embossing powder again. Okay, I'm going to cover that. Get that out of the way. Got my heat tool. Okay, there's that. Now we could, do we want the little black paws on there? Just thinking we could do little black paws on that as well. Why don't we do it? Yep, we're gonna just go for it. There we go. Just make everything blend together. All right, then what we're going to do is we are going to layer this on our little black piece here. Okay, and then we're going to put our little red banner right over that, like so. Let's go ahead and get this all adhered. So I'm just going to apply glue to that area and adhere that right to the bottom portion of that. Isn't that cute? And then we are going to put that right on the front. So when that pops up, it slides just like that. Isn't that so cute? Oh, I love it. So knowing that, we're only going to put glue down this side. Then holding this closed, we're going to more or less center our sides right like so. Pretty much putting that right in the center of our card. Flip our card over, make sure that's really stuck down. Okay, isn't that adorable? Do you guys love this or what? So cute, right? Ugh. Now let's grab an innie for this card. I think I want to do a 4 by 5 1/4 for this one. So we can just go ahead and put that right in the inside there. Okay, and then what you want to make sure you do is when you stamp right in the center here, so our image still covers that when it's closed. Now we could do some little paw prints down here in the bottom corner to kind of just keep that whole little paw print theme going like we have over here. That's kind of cute. And then what I was saying with the sentiment, I'm sorry you're feeling rough. Let's see, whatever our choice is. You're not alone. No, that doesn't feel better. Sending healing hugs to you. Hope you're feeling better is what I want to add to that. So again, I'm going to make sure I just do it in the center. Like that. And then when that's closed, it covers it. Just like so. So cute, right? Okay, let me grab all 3 of these. Again, this is using the Hugs and Healing from our online exclusives that you're going to find tomorrow. I will have all the dimensions, everything that I've used put up on my blog tomorrow. Since it won't let me add these things to my blog tonight because they have not actually gone live to the public yet. I will have still photos on there. I'm going to try, again, the word being try, to get this video since YouTube decided to cut me off of my first video. I'm going to try to edit them and get them back together. I will try. So there are this week's Make It Monday, super cute, Hugs and Healing, little pet, making you feel better cards. I just thought it was so suiting and I love this little set and I thought it was fabulous to share with you guys. All right, you guys, take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful week. Don't forget, hubby and I will be live this Friday. I'm pretty sure he's going to be making a Mother's Day card. That was kind of his suggestion. Since I did Mother's Day cards last week for Make It Monday, I knew that he is going to need to be making a Mother's Day card. Hint, hint. He's like, well, you know what? I need to make one for your mom. And I go, you're right, you do. So he's going to be making a Mother's Day card. So you guys are not going to want to miss that. We will be live over on my Facebook page, Pink Barn Stamper, Danny Garola over on Facebook. So I will see you guys on Friday. Happy shopping for all of you. Don't forget to take advantage if you are not a demonstrator yet. definitely look at that starter kit. You will find the details over on my blog, pinkbarnstamper.com. Scroll down, you're going to see a blog post that has the starter kit special. When you click on that, you'll go in there and you'll read all about that. I just don't want you guys to, I want you guys to get the best bang for your buck, pretty much. There's no hidden gimmicks behind it. I know a lot of people think, oh God, if I sign up for this, I'm locked into this thing. I have to spend so much. You don't. You really do not. If you never spend another dime, that's great. You just got $165 worth of product for $99. Lucky you. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know how much more easier it can be. Because I know a lot of times there are companies that there's loopholes behind things. Stampin' Up, there isn't. They just want you to get fabulous product in your hand and start playing with it. Because they know, honestly, that you're going to fall in love with it and you're going to be a returning customer. It's just the way it is. And this way, when you are a demonstrator, discount shopper, we don't judge, you're going to be saving money on that product that you have already fallen in love with. So it's a win-win. All right, you guys, take care of yourselves. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. You can always email me, stampinthepinkbarn@gmail.com. You could also message me on Facebook. You can put a message right here in the chat of the YouTube. You can comment down below on YouTube when we're not live. Again, probably all these chats are going to, when we're doing a live chat, those do disappear. So if you comment down below, I will not erase this video immediately because, like I said, I need to download it to be able to put both of those last two videos together in order to have one big chunk video. So this will be up for a little bit, just so you don't feel like if you missed anything, missed any measurements, you will see that. And then, like I said, you can always go over to the blog tomorrow and get everything as far as measurements, shopping list, all the things that you need to create these cute cards. All right, you guys, I love you all. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.